Hello, welcome to the Lost Archives for episode 23 of the Tyranny of Dragons. Welcome back, everybody. My name's Owen, I am the Dungeon Master of our little campaign. But tonight, it's all about the players who are joining me here. Please introduce yourselves, lovely players.
Yeah, I'm Claire. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I'm playing Mira, who's the Dragonborn Sorcerer. Yes, she is just as gormless as I am at the moment. She has no idea what's happening. But yes, she's a sorcerer. She's half red dragon, half silver dragon, and yeah, just caught up in the story, the adventure.
Fantastic.
Hey guys. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
I was just saying fantastic. That's it, really.
Hey guys, I'm Andrew. I'm playing Azure Lightheart, our resident good protector Aasimar Monk, our angelic good guy who just loves a good ass kicking and saving the people around him. So we'll see what happens.
Hey
Hopefully I
guys.
don't ruin any more secrets.
Oh my god, I thought you finished up. Okay, so let's redo this. So hey guys, I'm Jared. I'm playing the character of Jin, or formerly known as Alerian Whisperwind. A changeling, sort of bit of a spy, I guess. I think overall does a lot of covert sort of operations, not so much stealthing, but more as just sort of hiding in plain sight, I guess, through many different personas and other sort of things. Currently, right now, I'm actually, if you've been paying attention to the campaign, currently resembling Born Grey, who's someone who's pretty high up in the what is it called? Order of the Dragon?
Order of the Dragon, yeah.
That's it, yeah. So yeah, let's see what other crazy shenanigans we get up to, and I'm going to pass it over to Michael.
Yes, our guest character who is now a permanent character. Welcome aboard, permanent character, Michael.
I am playing Talari with the Tabaxi Monk, who has just been following this road. He's literally just walked in, and he's stumbled on this bunch of friends now, and it's taken him through a portal. So he's curious to see where it goes.
Yes, so last session, for those of you who might not remember. Oh, actually, I should do a little recap for everyone who... So first off, thank you everybody who's been jumping in and out of the various random streams that I've been doing. I know I haven't been sticking to a regular stream schedule. That is about to change. I have now updated the stream schedule. Wow, try and say that really quickly. I have now updated the stream schedule, and I will be sticking to that for the next little bit. So you'll see there that there are some scheduled times. I'm going to be doing that. I will be doing a playthrough of the Half-Life series, culminating in Half-Life Alyx in VR. The reason I'm starting back at the first one is because the remastered version of Half-Life 1 called Black Mesa, I've actually never played, and I thought that would be really fun. And also it gives me time to paint the walls of my house green, so that when I do Half-Life Alyx in VR, my whole wall is a green screen. And by my house, I mean the house that I am currently staying in, which is my parents' house. So
Good for you painting it green?
I haven't spoken to them about it. I'm sure it'll be fun. No. So I'm really excited to get that set up, and so that gives me time to negotiate that particular hurdle of painting a wall green. But yeah, culminating in Half-Life Alyx, which I have started a little bit of, but I will go back and play through the beginning. Holy shit is all I'm going to say. It is just mind-blowingly good. I'm also going to be doing a playthrough of Lone Echo, another really cool VR game that I stumbled across, set in space, where after playing it for 2 hours, I couldn't figure out how gravity worked in the real world anymore, which is a testament to how good the game is and how immersive VR is to me personally. I get lost in it completely. So that's all coming up soon. I'm sure that we'll be doing some more Sea of Thieves streams. Jared, at some point, you and I'll do some more Sea of Thieves and some more Phasmophobia.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's been a bit quiet on the Last Archives channel after Christmas. That's just because we've been getting into the new year, getting started. We're going to be ramping up as the year goes on. That's my updates. Anyone got any updates that they want to share? Claire and Michael, you've got internet now. That's exciting.
Yeah, we have internet. Hey, I celebrated by getting Baldur's Gate 3.
Nice, fantastic, excellent.
Yeah.
He lives and breathes D&D now.
Yeah, that's pretty inevitable. I just found out that the Oval near where I'm staying on a Friday night does LARPing. So, yeah, I might go and like strap a GoPro to myself and live stream some LARPing if I can be interested going. Be pretty fun, wouldn't it? We'll see. I'm not making any promises. I would be keen to try LARPing out at some point. I've got that 3D printer. Maybe I should 3D print some armor for myself. I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, that's my thoughts. Congratulations, Melbourne people, on coming out of lockdown. Well done. Fantastic. Until 3 weeks' time when you're back in it again. But yeah.
Ouch, ouch.
Because some asshole doesn't listen to the rules and just breaks quarantine again. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, let us do a recap. So, last episode, and in fact, for all the episodes, our journey has been following the escapades of the Tempest Adventuring Guild from the League of Adventurers based in the merchant city of Oxenfurt. Mira, Azure, Wiltix, Alerian / Jin, and Talari are currently inside Castle Nearytar, stronghold of the Order of the Dragon, after successfully infiltrating the keep as new recruits to the cult. The party have investigated a number of possible leads in their quest to thwart the efforts of the cult, and learnt that Borngray, the leader of the castle, who's in charge of the transport of treasure required to complete something known as the Hoard of the Dragon Queen. This stealthy intelligence operative approach, however, came to a sudden end when their cover was blown in front of Borngray by Azure calling Mira by her full name. After retreating to their chambers to the northern section of the castle, the party found that they had been surrounded by cultists led by Borngray. After some tense discussions in which Borngray revealed the cult knew quite a bit about the party by this point, a fight broke out, resulting in some close calls for the party. Emerging victorious, Jin disguised himself as the now deceased Borngray and led the party back through the castle towards the library that they had previously met with Borngray. After going through his journals and reports, the party discovered that the treasure, this Hoard of the Dragon Queen, had been taken below the keep to an ancient teleportation device left over from the Age of the Giants. Heading below, the party managed to avoid too much conflict, too much strife, and talked their way into the teleportation room. After speaking the code word that they had found within the journals of Borngray, the teleportation matrix was activated, and a portal to a snow-covered mountainside opened. With not even a pause, the party stepped through. And that is where we left last session. As you step into the portal, you feel a sudden pull, lurching forwards. But there's no change to what you can see. All you see is this snow-covered mountainside in front of you. But you feel your body moving quickly, feeling energized by the portal, feeling some sort of energy pulsing through you. You suddenly, after a second or so, stumble out onto the snowy covered mountainside. It is bitterly cold. The sun is high in the sky, whereas before, it was only early morning. You feel biting winds, chills deep into your bones, and as you stand knee-deep in a snowdrift, you can see the portal begin to shimmer and then fade behind you. The ground around you seems to be very heavily obscured by snow, but you can still see several stone markings and stone pillars jutting out, which resemble the teleportation matrix that you just stepped into. But this is frozen, frosty, and covered with ice and snow. As you look about your surroundings, you can see down the slopes of the mountainside the beginnings of a sparse pine forest, which quickly grows into a very dense, closely packed pine plantation. Mountains arise on either side of you, and as your eyes come back and look up towards the peak of the mountain, you can see a wooden hunting lodge nestled amongst the snow and the sparse tree line. And this is what you see. Let me make it visible to you. But yeah, that's what you can see in front of you. So you should now all be able to see that.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That's nice.
Okay.
I described it a lot snowier than what it looks like there. It is a lot snowier than what that picture depicts, shall we say, for those of you who are watching this. Not that you can see.
appreciates the cold.
Yes, finally back in your natural habitat, Talari. But that's what you can see. In front of you, a large wooden gate, ringed by stone archways, sits half open, allowing you to see the grounds beyond. You can see there are tracks through the snow. Not very fresh, the snow has partially obscured them, but it looks like tracks, drag marks from where you are up to the gates and into the hunting lodge. What would you guys like to do?
Well, that was fast.
Oh, quickly. Andrew is still echoing, so you'll probably
Andrew,
still have him.
do you have your speakers on at all?
Don't think so.
You're really low actually to hear as well. Oh man, like we haven't done this for a while. I guess there's a lot of technical difficulties tonight,
Yeah.
guys.
Do you want to try from your phone, Andrew?
Nope.
That's right, he'll be back in a minute. What would the rest of you like to do?
Okay.
Well, Talari's going to take his hand wraps and he's going to unwrap them and sort of just like wrap them around his head for warmth. And his
Absolutely.
head, just sort of like a little bit like a breaded cat.
A breaded cat.
Yeah, with a bit of cat's face.
Cat's in a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I think it's going to be good to do a perception check out in the front and see. I'm just looking for like any activity or any like anything. I don't know, like just sort of a general sort of like is there tracks and all that sort of stuff. So I just do perception. I
Yeah.
rolled a 5, but it's an 11.
Fine. Okay. As you look around, the tracks that I described before that are heading, these sort of drag marks heading up towards the lodge itself, you definitely get the feeling they're not fresh. There has been snowfall since they were last made. You can hear the occasional, almost a bark, a very raspy bark coming from the grounds of the lodge. Off towards the right-hand side, I would even say, with your perception check of 11, you can hear this occasional raspy bark. Like
Can I
a
ask
dog.
Is
Yes,
there any
Andrew.
like lights on or anything? Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Go.
Andrew is better, by the way.
Yeah, Andrew, you're sounding absolutely crystal clear now.
Amazing. I don't know what was going on. Sorry, guys.
No, all
Sorry about
good.
that. I was going to ask, can we tell by the position of the sun and any features in the sky that where we are?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I would say that probably falls under a survival check.
Survival?
Mm.
Alrighty, we roll survival. Did that come up? Oh,
8.
A whole 8.
A whole 8. Looking at the position of the sun, it definitely seems later in the day than what you thought it was before. It definitely strikes you as a little bit later in the day. You suspect that you have traveled some great distance, almost across a time zone. I would say is the sensation that you get. As for where you are, looking around, snow-covered mountainside is the best that you can do.
Are we before the time zone we were in or after?
You have moved forward in time.
Oh, interesting.
In terms of time zone, so you've lost time because
Yes, that was later in the day.
yes, it's later in the day.
Yeah, okay. I mean, so from that information, I could probably gather roughly where we are in a general area, potentially.
I would say that you now know. You know that the time zone that you guys would all have been accustomed to is Palin time, basically. The center of Oshia, the capital city, is the one that defined what the standard time was. You suspect you have moved east.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yes.
Ooh, interesting.
Because, fun fact, Nostea rotates in the opposite direction to Earth.
Of course it does. Very exciting.
Yeah, fun fact. I just figured why not. It has 0 impact on world building, so I was like, yeah, done. Fun change. Tick on that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have a tinderbox. Can I take my tinderbox out and light it so I can get a bit of warmth?
Yes, absolutely. So the tinderbox is going to allow you to create a fire. What are you lighting on fire? Because it's basically like lighting a match if you're using your tinderbox.
I think I just probably take it before I have some hemp and rope rock. I'll just sort of fray the hemp and rope and tear it off and use that as the tinder. The box.
Okay. What I'll get you to do, you don't need to roll anything for that. You just do that. Absolutely. You very quickly have a very small but slightly warming fire going. Mira, what do you do?
Mira is absent just for the moment.
That's okay. In that case, Mira at this point is looking around the site of the teleportation circle, the ancient teleportation matrix, taking notes on its design and brushing away the snow quite casually, I would say. Would be an accurate Mira thing to do. Perfect. Alrighty. I better bring you guys across to a new map.
Perfect.
Amazing.
Actually, I'm going to say for the purposes of this, because this is going to make it a lot easier for me, as you all step through, you can't see Wiltix. It is only the four of you who have come through the circle. Wiltix is nowhere to be seen.
That is disconcerting. Where is Aasimar, friend?
That is definitely a bad sign that he hasn't come through.
Ooh.
He could be anywhere.
He could be anywhere, that is true.
Alright, let's so yeah, as they're talking, let's do an investigation check and just see if there's any tracks that also sort of exited from the portal area.
Oh yes, there are. I
don't worry
I
about
told you
it.
that before. Yeah. Basically,
I'm
like
talking, not going towards the lodge, but like actually like from the portal, like potential Wiltix tracks.
from your previous
rolled a 4 though.
a 4. No, looking around, very hard to see any other tracks other than what you can see now. If there were, they're very light, and the snow has obscured them.
Perhaps he got lost in transit. I am not entirely sure how teleporting like that works. It seems strange and dangerous to me.
Does anyone want to make an Arcana check?
Yeah, I'll make an Arcana check.
Okay, clear the shield out that she does, so I'll give Mira too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Natural 1 for Azure.
Oh, did I really? Oh,
Azure, you're very confident Wiltix has been disintegrated.
What?
that's amazing.
Like
guys, he's dead. He's gone.
Mira with a 22.
Oh, that's way
Mira
better.
immediately corrects you. No. I have heard of these. Occasionally, the Matrix can send people not quite at the right time, because time and space are intermixed. He might pop out later.
Well, that's much better than being disintegrated.
Yes, that sounds...
Or discombobulated.
Or turned inside out, that would also be unfortunate.
Oh, that's much worse. When you're outside, you're inside, you're inside, you're outside. Oh.
No. It will keep you warm for a little while, but I imagine the loss of blood would be a problem.
Jin, at this point, you still look like Born Grey as well, I'm assuming.
Yep. 100%.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that will keep it. That will help.
Yeah, I sort of see our friend Talari lighting the fire, and I just sort of walk up to him and go, you realize we could just walk in to the lodge?
Yes, of course.
I am Born Grey right now.
Well, that is true, but you never know when things are going to go wrong, so I figured to live with the heat. Also, I am really, really cold. I do not know if you realize it's very cold here, so I just wanted a little fire. Would you like to partake in my fire?
Nah, it's
Come on,
It's all right.
Jen, light my fire.
We didn't start the fire. There's a lot of options.
Does the mansion look like it is densely populated? Does it look like there's a lot of activity?
That's a good question.
This
Make me a
lodge?
perception check. Very good question. 9.
Oh, come on.
Having a bit of a look around, you
can
can see several small sources of light shining out through the windows, and it does look like the windows, some of them are open, which indicates that they have been opened. The lodge itself doesn't look to be in poor condition. It looks to be fairly well maintained, which I would say is enough of a hint to you that this place is probably populated.
Yeah, okay. Cool. All right, well, are we going to head in and... Actually, do we have our cloaks on?
You do, yes.
Our special cloaks.
Not that that
We
helps
just
Talari.
Up to the door.
Can I
Alright.
peek in the window and see if I see anybody?
Yeah, absolutely. Make me a stealth check.
Cool.
13. Your nimble cat paws, your nimble digitigrade paws, take you lightly across the snow with very minimal crunching. And you approach the windows. Uh-oh, Andrew, I think we've got the... Oh. Yeah, it is happening again. But yeah, that's what you come up to the
I'll try
windows.
and peek inside and see if there's anybody in there.
Yeah, absolutely. You can have a bit of a look around. You're welcome to move up and look through the windows. What you can see is what your character can see as you pad up to the left-hand side tower and begin looking through the windows. Do you have control of your character, by the way? Perfect, yeah. You can see what looks like an ornate study. Looking in through the windows, you can see bookshelves and writing desks, but no people. But in the hearth, there is light from a warm fire.
That looks very warm. I don't know about you, but I want to get out of the cold.
Well, we do have Born Grey with us. We could just walk in like we own the place. Which we might do. Potentially he might do.
And with that, I think I'm gonna give that a go.
Okay, yeah, you walk up to the main doors, and what do you do?
I'm not gonna knock or anything. I think I'm just gonna go to push the door open.
The
Yeah,
door
do it like you're in
opens. As you push on the door opens. You find yourself in a stone corridor. It seems to be a very narrow antechamber that is covered with snow, and there are spaces for almost like metal gratings built into the wall that, looking at it, you suspect is for people to clean their boots when they enter if they've got snow stuck to them. There's
Maybe
also
that's
there's also an area for jackets to be placed as well. There's hooks on the sidewalls. There are a few jackets, yeah. There are some large, basically like very large woolen cloaks that look to be sort of hung up on the walls, and each of the cloaks is emblazoned with basically like a red 5-starred symbol. Jagged red star with 5-starred symbol on it. Yeah, that's what you see.
Alright, Talari will take one off and put it on.
Yeah,
It's very cold.
perfect. Yeah, you put it on. You feel quite warm and quite
So
sunny.
how hot is it in here?
Inside this antechamber, this cloakroom, it's still pretty chilly. There's no fire or anything in here. I'd say that it's probably sort of outside at least, yeah, -2, -3 degrees. So you are quite chilly.
Okay.
That is much better.
Ah, that looks good on you.
I think I like the fur. I'm not sure why.
Do we recognize the symbol, Owen?
Yes, this looks very much like many of the symbols the Order of the Dragon have used. There's a couple of different main ones you've seen: the 5-headed dragon, the dragon's head, the claws, the wings. This one looks to be a very stylized version of the 5-headed dragon. Rather than having the 5 heads forming this sort of circular star, it's just a 5-pointed star with sort of jagged edges.
And none of the cloaks are purple.
None of the cloaks are purple.
Okay.
Is there anything in the pockets of my cloak?
Ooh. As you reach and feel through, there is a scarf tucked into the pocket of the cloak.
Oh, wonderful.
The scarf is a deep red colour.
Excellent. I'll pocket this for later.
Alrighty.
Cool. So what's around us? Is there?
There's a door directly in front of you. You may walk through.
I think Born Grey will just walk through first, just in case.
Fantastic. As you enter, let me describe the room to you. The central hallway has stairs, large wooden doors, and a set of fine plate armor. Flanking the main entrance are two freestanding suits of elven plate armor, both coated in chipped green paint. And by the stairs, which immediately stands out to you, are large demonic statues, which I will show you on the map. I just thought these were good tokens for it. Large demonic statues standing at the base of the stairs, completely stationary. The heavy carpet near the entryway that you can see there is stained with muddy boots. That sort of these large boot stains of mud on the carpet that then lead up the stairs and head up to the upper landing. As you look up the upper landing, you can see there is another whole floor above, ringed by a balustrade around the top. Towards your right, there is a room to the north and south, and towards your left, there is a room directly to the west and a room to the southwest. You can see a number of doors that seem to lead to various locations. At this point, as you enter in, doesn't seem to be anyone in the waiting area, doesn't seem to be anyone in other locations.
Can we hear anything? Can we hear movement?
Make me a perception check.
I'll help you.
Yeah.
You may have advantage.
Oh,
10
did it roll? Yeah, no.
and
17.
17. As you listen, you can indeed hear sounds. There seems to be noises coming from an area towards the north of where you are now. Clattering of metal and wood. Seems to be lots of noise coming from there. There is some noise coming from upstairs as well, the thumping of boots on wood. You can hear muffled voices talking like... But you can't quite make out what they're saying from where you are now. You can also definitely hear the occasional whinny of a horse coming from outside as well as that rasping bark noise that you heard before. But with the 17, what you hear as well is the sound of footsteps crunching through the snow from just outside the door you came from. And this voice muttering under its breath, "I don't like being on guard duty. It's too bloody cold." And crunching footsteps as it moves around outside.
That was the most effective guard. I'll
guys-
whisper to the others. Okay, are we trying to find the horde? What are we doing? Because I can hear voices to the north, which
I think
are horde-ish.
I think we need to find out as much information as we can. And then once we know more, I think we need to get back as quickly as possible.
My concern is I can hear horses. They might be preparing to leave.
Well then, we probably should go with them.
Yeah? If we can insinuate ourselves here.
As long as they don't know who we are, we should be okay.
Well, have you guys still got those cloaks on? Or do you have...
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Alright, so it's gonna be handy.
We can just pretend that Born Grey's plan went well and we've, transferred our allegiance here.
Not a bad ploy.
Oh, so have you actually, openly, show yourself as Mira?
Well, it doesn't seem to be... my deception hasn't been great so far, so I guess I better be myself.
Yours hasn't been great.
Well, for one reason or another.
I just can't lie, guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, Azure. You're too pure for this world.
I know. It's just all the lies.
Well, how about we go no lies?
As you guys are talking, just chatting, a figure coughs from on the stairs. You hear this, and then walking down the stairs emerges a woman, half elven, with a long flowing white cloak. And as she steps at the top of the landing, sorry, I moved it down too far. As she steps at the top of the landing, she looks over and goes, Bongre, what are you doing here? And who are your companions?
What's his voice like again, Owen?
He
Always
sounded like
always
this.
again.
It was sort of deep raspy. Yes, like that.
Yes, he sounded like this. Look, I'm just here to get a progress report.
Progress report? I'm sorry, what? What do you mean, progress report?
So you haven't heard this from the high-ups yet, have you?
Heard what,
We're doing things
Borngray?
new around here.
What things new, Borngray? Have they finally decided to make me the white? Is that what you're here to tell me?
There are talks. There are discussions.
Good, because it is bloody ridiculous that that dwarf was given the mask over myself. Ridiculous, bloody Varan.
I know.
He does not deserve the honor. I do. I've worked hard for this organization, this group.
And as she says that, I look at her and go, I just sort of have my hands up a little bit like, look, you know I support you.
Well, you've never been so open about it in the past. It's good to hear now. Have you finally come around, have you? I thought you were keeping yourself apart from all of this. Or whatever you said, neutral.
I did. I thought about it. And I figured out that I need to pick a side sometime. I can't always be in the middle.
Too bloody right. Well, took you long enough. Well,
So-
what are you doing here? You said there was news? What is this news? If it's not my promotion to the wearer of white, and to the bearer of the white mask, then what are you here for?
Well, I've been asked to come and have a quick, just like I said, do like a progress report. It's something new we're trying out. And we're just sort of wanting to see how everything's functioning at this site. Pick out
Right.
weaknesses, anything like that. Any, basically trying to get up efficiency.
Right, and you're not watching the castle keep Nearytar, whatever it was that you were guarding? You've been promoted from that role?
I'm still there. I
No,
just
you're
have
not.
my
You're
second in
here.
command looking after it.
Right, okay.
You didn't have to let me finish. You're too quick.
Sorry. Well, you're welcome to look around. I mean, I'm not... because of the foolish decisions to give Varum the White Dragon
And
mask.
as she starts talking about this, I bring out a quill and a book, and I start scribbling just some things as I like sort of nod
Okay.
and talk to her.
Okay. Well, because of this frankly foolish decision to appoint Varum as the bearer of the White Mask, I've been quite busy having to manage this. I mean, he's incompetent. He doesn't know the slightest thing about managing all of this gold, all of this treasure, all of the magic items. He just chucks them all in a pit. I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous. We need to be categorizing this stuff. How are we going to know when we've got enough?
Did you
If
say
she's-
a pit?
Yes, a pit.
Really?
Just
She's
for
putting
sourcing.
everything in a pit.
Yes.
I just sort of, as you say that, I sort of get frustrated. I look up at the ceiling and I go, pull my head in my hands for a little bit. Wow, I didn't know it was that dire. I thought it'd be a lot more, I thought it'd be more organized, if I'm being honest.
Well, it's absolutely bloody ridiculous. That's all I've got to say of it. If there's some way you could help me with the removal of Varum.
I look at her as she says this, and I sort of raise an eye. I'm like, okay, I'm listening.
Well, I was hoping to potentially send some trusted guards aboard the castle. But if you would be willing to go with your companions here, they seem to be an adventuring sort. Mercenaries?
I'm gonna have to stop you there for a sec. It's a great idea, but my responsibilities still lie in the castle. I can't just go and gallivant off in a wagon. However, I will send you my very best, my second best.
Quite
He
right.
will mind my
Yes,
my
very
affairs.
well. Well, who is this second best? Is it one of these companions you have with you?
It is. I look at Talari because he's the only one who's actually not covered in or shrouded, like not shrouded. I sort of clasp him on the shoulder. This one, very well trusted. And I look at her and I wink. And very sneaky.
She nods as she looks towards you, Talari. Very well. Talus the White. She steps down and holds out a hand to shake your hand.
I don't say Talari though. I'll let Talari say if he wants to use his name or not as she goes to shake his hand.
I am Clyde Clotis. Pleased to meet you.
What was that, sorry?
Clyde Clotis.
Cly Clotooth. Well, it is a pleasure to
Cly-
make your acquaintance.
Clawtooth.
Well, fantastic. Well, if you'd like to join me upstairs, I think we can sit down and have a conversation about how we could best go about removing this troublesome, pesky dwarven scum from the position I should be appointed in. Please come join me upstairs.
Let's go.
Fantastic.
Is there going to be hot milk?
Yes, of course you are my guests here. I can organise something from the kitchens. Follow me. I'll bring you upstairs. Alrighty, let me just... Oops, too many things. Let me just put you guys there. Well done, guys. Let me bring you upstairs. Alrighty. Can you guys see on the map?
Nope.
Not quite
Not
yet.
yet.
Is dynamic lighting being a little bitch again, is it?
It's just fully dark at the moment.
I'm just standing in a pool of darkness.
Yeah.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That'd be right. Very nice.
I'm gonna talk with you again.
Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. Dynamic lighting, why are you doing this to me? Alright, I might bring you guys... There we go, how's that now? I'll bring you guys back. I think I know what's happening. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I know what's happening. Alright, perfect. Come, follow me. She begins walking down the hallway. The narrow hallway of the hunting lodge. You can see on the walls there are various animal heads that have been stuffed and attached to plaques. Bears, deer, the occasional wolf, just stuck on the walls. And she pushes through and steps into a room in the far western corner. Walks over behind a table and takes a seat at the head. You can see in the room two figures. One is dressed in dark robes. Sorry, three figures. One is dressed in dark robes with the very distinctive mask that you have come to recognize well. Oh, can you not see anything, Azure?
No.
How about now? Okay, let me just do this. That's alright. That's right. Takes 2 seconds. There we go. How about now?
Nope, it's just a pit of darkness.
I'll go to the bottom left corner. Nope.
Where is Talari, actually? Oh, Talari, I know why you can't see anything. You're not there. Let me bring you.
Has gotten distracted by what in our world would be a laser pointer on the wall. And didn't follow him in.
There you go. You should be able to see now.
There we go. Perfect.
What about you, Andrew?
No, I still can't see anything. I'm sorry.
Try relogging. I think it's an issue with the way that it updates. But yeah, let me describe the room as you guys step in. Oops, there we go. As you walk into this room, you can see what looks to be a well-appointed chamber filled with furniture that looks like it's multi-purpose, a place to eat food, discuss meetings, and it gives a very good view of the surrounding landscape. You suspect that she may have actually seen you guys coming from this upper floor. 3 men in the room wear scale mail and carry swords. A woman wears a robe over white scale mail, and that's Talus there. And you can see that the 2 mercenaries take positions and stand at the back exits of the room, moving away to give room for you guys to take a seat, whereas the figure in robes with the mask steps into the back corner of the room, and eyes peeking out through the eye holes of the mask, watching very closely as you step in and begin moving around. Please, take a seat.
Mira will take the most unobtrusive seat near the exit, actually, next to.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, refreshments, tea, biscuits, bread,
Warm milk, please.
warm milk. Malgot, she bends over, looks at the mercenary. Fetch the kitchen staff, please. Right you are, ma'am. He steps over towards the door. Anything else before Malgot leaves?
Oh, actually, could you make it a white tabaxi?
What is in a white tabaxi?
You take some form of alcohol and put it in the milk.
Right, yes, I think we can do that.
Yes. Thank you.
Anyone else?
No, I'm all good, thanks.
Tea for me, please.
Tea, fantastic. Well, that will be all. I'll have my usual. Right you are, ma'am. Margot steps out and moves away. Fantastic. Now that the pleasantries are done with, let's talk some business. Now, as you know, that fucking dwarf was given the position fairly recently, and I would like nothing better than to see that little fat shit be pushed off the side of Skyreach Castle. I'm not saying that you need to push him off the edge of Skyreach Castle, but it's not a bad idea. Tell me, as she looks over the rest of the group, sort of not really looking at Born Grey / Jin anymore. Tell me, do you have much experience in assassinations?
In pushing people off castles? Not so much, but you know, there is a certain, let's say, a certain protocol that you follow. So it is not a problem.
Right. Born Grey, how much do they know of our organization, and how much do these people know of Skyreach? Just so that we're all on the same page.
Can I actually make a check to see if I've heard of Skyreach Castle?
Absolutely, yeah. Make me a history check.
Yeah, I should probably do that too.
No. History.
History's not crash shot.
12 for
12.
Mira. Natural
Yeah,
1 for Jin. Jin, you're like, oh, I've heard of Parnast, and sorry, I've heard of Skyreach Castle. It's this ancient underwater ruin that was lost to the seas during the ruin. The many records about this ancient technological civilization. They were called Tatlantians that lived on the castle of Skyreach. But for some reason, you're not sure why it was called Skyreach. But you feel very strongly this is the truth. Mira, as you have a bit of a think, you have heard mention of Skyreach before. Back in your political advisory days, when you were working in the busy city of Palin, you had come across a ledger that detailed a number of the floating cities and floating castles that had been left behind by the giants. Skyreach is one of the new names for one of the ancient giant castles that was known to have survived the ruin, but has not been seen since. And it was a flying castle that had been colonized. All of the floating cities are basically cloud giants' flying castles that have been converted into cities. This was one that has been sought for a long time, but it hasn't been seen since the ruin. But you know the name Skyreach. It was also known in the giant's tongue, basically as Laputa was the name of it. Laputa.
Are the inhabitants called Lapusians?
No, but they can be if you want. I was more making a reference to Studio Ghibli's Laputa Castle in the Sky. Great film if you guys want to watch it.
Yeah. Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
I think both Mira and Claire will let out a little squeak of recognition, but She's just trying to keep her head down for now.
Your little
She'll
squeak.
nod, she'll nod though. She'll nod more sagely, just like, yes.
Oh, so you have heard of Skyreach then?
In legends. So she's just keeping her head down, cloaked. Trying to be
Well,
mysterious.
I'll sort of lean over. Look, they're not very privy to too much. Klein knows a little bit more, but otherwise they're more just mercenaries have brought in.
right. And are
Why
you
there is
going to
not.
are you going to be accompanying them to the castle? Because they're going to need someone who knows what they're doing there, unless you're willing for them to know more about it. How much are you willing for me to share? I don't know how much you trust these people.
Just enough for them to know. Nothing more, nothing less.
Right, well, the castle was claimed by our order after the ruin. It is a flying giant's castle. It's currently staying near Parnast, an old citadel up in the mountains. We're not too far from it, and that is where the gold is being kept. The hoard is being transported to. What I would like you to do is get there, get to the castle, get aboard it before it departs, and kill Vanna, the dwarf. If you wouldn't mind.
And the pushing off the castle, is that a request or is that a condition?
I don't care how you kill Varum. I couldn't care less. As long as he's dead, don't care.
Okay.
You can kill him however you want, as long as it doesn't come back to me, of course.
No, discretion. Discretion is key.
I agree. Oh, I thought you guys might like to see Talus. Let me show you Talus. There you go.
Ooh. Cool armor.
It is very cool. Yes. Do we have an agreement? Obviously, my favour is worth quite a bit, and if you can ensure I become the bearer of the White Dragon Mask, well, I'll be in a position to help you. All of you, not just you, Born Grey. I'll be in a position to help everyone here at this table.
I like the sound of that. Look,
As do I.
being honest, I'm getting sick of that castle.
I'm not surprised. I was quite shocked to discover that you have spent the better part of 5 years there. 5 minutes was more than enough for me in that fucking swamp with those stupid frogs and vile reptilian lizards.
Look,
So-
I put up with it, but
Yes,
it'd
well,
be good to move on.
one must. Now look, I'll help you get aboard Skyreach Castle. I can provide you with a banner and a passphrase which will get you through and allow you access. But obviously, if any of this gets back to me, I will hunt you down and kill each and every one of you.
Or even better, just deny it.
Yes, that's fine too. Now the passphrase. Changed recently. You're probably aware the old passphrase, Born Grey, was Tiamat, first of her name, protector of the deep. It has now changed. It is Tiamat, our mother and strength. Bit weak if you ask me, but whatever.
Can I just kind of get a gauge on whether she's sincere about, Tiamat, or whether she's a bit more like, just how zealous is this person in saying that?
That sounds like an insight check to me.
20 or 20.
Nice.
Natural 20 for a 23. You get the sense from the way she's speaking, her body language, the words she's spoken, you don't think she gives two shits about Tiamat. She's in it for the power.
Yeah.
She's not invested in the religion or the cult side of things. She's invested in the power that comes with the cult. So when it comes to the pyramid scheme, she's not caring about the cult. She just wants to be top of the pyramid, is your sensation. that's That's the feeling you get. This is a means to an end.
Familiar with this sort of person.
Yeah, this is absolutely a means to an end. You get the sense that, yeah, if you start going like, oh, Tiamat's shit and doesn't do hard work and is shit dragon, she's gonna be like, whatever.
She's a shit dragon.
Yeah, shit dragon.
She's a double diamond, not a triple diamond, just saying.
Yeah, she's got 5 heads and none of them have any functional brain cells. You don't think she'll care if you say that.
Okay.
Right. Well, you're welcome to stay if you wish, but I'd much prefer that you get going right away.
But they haven't got my milk.
I'm sure that'll be in presently. Now, before you leave, actually, there is one thing that I could like you to do. Nothing too hard. What I'd like you to do is to head down to the basement, and if you can bring up one of the barrels of wine, I'd like you to take that with you to Skyreach. I have a contact there that I need to give it to.
Can I inside check that one?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna join you on that one.
You can have advantage then. 18 and 8.
Sus.
Super sus. 18. You get the sense that she does what she's asked you to do. She does want you to do. You get the sense there's more to her thinking than just dropping off a barrel of wine to Skyreach. There definitely is more to the story there. 100%. You get the sense there's more. There's more coming. This is part 1 of what she's going to ask you to do.
Cool. And this barrel, does it have any special markings or anything? So you can
Oh, it doesn't matter which barrel. I'm going to poison it, so it doesn't really matter which one. I mean, I'd prefer if you don't pick the tawny. I'm quite partial to that. Maybe one of the dry whites. I mean, we're at the top of a fucking mountain. I'm not eating fish. There's no pairing for that wine. Give me some good reds. Oh, it's not wine. It's just piss. Yeah, any white. Don't give 2 shits about the white. And it's Varum's favourite, so actually, please pick the white.
I figured.
Yes, we're going to poison it. This isn't to kill him. Sorry, I need you to kill him. I mean, you're welcome to use the poison barrel of wine to kill him if you want, but it's going to be a little bit easier to track that back to me. This is for something else. Nothing you need to concern yourselves with. My contact will take care of that for me. Unless you'd rather not take this with you. I mean, I can organise someone else to bring the barrel. I just figured if you were heading in that direction anyway. Your choice.
The less they know, the better.
Alright, fair enough. Just going to ask Malgot to do it. As she says that, the man walks back in carrying a tea tray with a cup of tea on it, a large steaming mug of some dark brown liquid, and a saucer of milk. He drops the saucer of milk off to you, Talari, tea to Azure, and then gives the mug of dark brown steaming liquid to Talus. Wonderful, thank you for the chocolates.
Yeah, no problem. What was that I heard you say about taking a barrel?
Yes, I'm going to get you to take the barrel, please, Malgot.
Right you are, ma'am.
That's
walks
why
out.
we couldn't. We are, like you said, we are going on their way anyway.
Oh, I thought you didn't want to take it. Isn't that what you were saying, Born Grey?
No, sorry. We don't have a chance to talk about it, but it's fine. It's whatever you like. Sorry, do you not want to take a gin? Because,
Uh-oh. Did you say you do not want to take it, Jin?
Well,
Thank
shit.
you. Thank you. Jin?
Hold on, is Jin also another?
I'll reply to that. Okay. I don't think so.
Oh, nice actually.
Nice save. She sort of goes, Jin, curious name. Drinks her chocolate, her hot chocolate.
I'm from the south.
Right. Very well. Well, sounds like you better be heading off. Born Grey, you know the way to the castle, of course.
I do. Now, I will also be sending one more agent along. I'll be sending Rogar Golden Scale to Oh, no, sorry, not golden scale. My bad. It's not my contact in here. I meant to say crimson scale.
Yes, right, of course. Well, that's entirely up to you who you send.
No, that's my bad. No, Rogar Crimson Scale is a Dragonborn. He's gonna
Very
be,
well.
Also, it's just going to be a bit of extra muscle.
Fantastic. And if I need to get a message to you back to the castle, Nearytar? Because you won't be going with this group, is that correct?
No, not at all.
Right, so,
I'll be
okay.
there.
Well, so what, your group will contact you when it's done, you'll contact me. She's sort of looking over the lot of you at this point. How will I know when you've killed Varum? Well, I guess, of course, I'll know because I'll be the bearer of the white mask.
Also, we've done this before. This Crimson Scale that he spoke of has means to access and talk to our friend, yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's
I just
fantastic. Well, after I join the groups, the 5 leaders will consist of Talis the White. Wonderful.
Interesting. Did she say 5?
She did.
White. Oh, okay.
Yes. Do you say that, Mira?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yep.
all internal.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's been fun, but I'll leave you with this.
Yes. Well,
I was
that's
still meant to be doing my progress report, but unfortunately, I've run out of time. I'll come by and do that another time. This has been a bit more important. I'm sort of happy that we're able to sort of hash this out.
wonderful. Oh, sorry. If you are headed to the castle, I haven't heard from Resmir. I can't stand Resmir, but if you do happen to have a chance to talk to Resmir, feel free to let them know that I'm about to become the 5th leader, and they can go and suck a huge dragon cock. If you could let them know that, please.
Of course.
Can
Yes.
I'm going to pipe up, actually, at that moment, because I recognise that name.
Yes, you do.
Mira will try and conceal her voice.
Okay.
Is there coin to make with any of the other leaders? Are they in any similar need of subtle services?
Oh, I've got nothing to say to Galvan or Neronvan. Severin, I'll have many opportunities to speak to Severin later on. No, that's it, really. I mean, obviously, when you kill Varum, please tell him that Talis the White sends her regards. That would be perfect if you could tell him that. As you kill him, or just before, please. Don't wait until after. It doesn't have the same effect. Yes, if you could do that.
So I've spoken a few times now, and I'm just getting the sense that there's been no recognition, or she's just not looking. Can I tell which is which?
Make me an insight check.
No.
Wait a minute, I'd recognise that voice anywhere. It's Mira.
Yes.
Inside of 6. No, she don't get the sense that she recognises you, or she seems to be. I mean, what I'd say is what you see. What you see is what you get.
Yeah, just not interested. Okay. Alright. Cool.
Yes.
I retreat into silence again.
Perfect. Well, you better be off then. You've got a lot to do. You've got a absolute shit of a dwarf to kill. You've got Resmir to tell him to go suck dragon cock. Oh, you're going to be very busy.
I've written that down, by the way, Owen.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes. Well. Fantastic. Oh, and obviously don't get spotted killing Varum. I mean, being eaten alive by a dragon's not going to be too much fun. And I do hear that Glazhael is very hungry of late, being cooped up inside the castle. They really should let her out and fly.
What is?
Pure northern breed white dragon. It's an absolute travesty to keep her cooped up inside the castle.
Quite.
She should be a present for the new white.
Absolutely. I mean, these scales are from her hide itself, donated to me by her. in preparation for my ascendance to the position of the bearer of the White Mask, until fucking Varum got it instead. She sort of twirls a bit and shows off.
The dragon has endorsed you alone.
Yes, of
I'm
course.
surprised he had the gall to take the mask.
Oh, he didn't take it. He was given it. This is why I was insistent on you telling Resmir to go suck dragon cock.
We might have to arrange for Resmir to disappear.
I mean, after that absolute debacle at Green Nest, I'm surprised that Resmir is being allowed to even continue having such sway. It's ridiculous. Letting those, what were they called? The Tempest Guild? I've had a report somewhere here. Letting them into your camp. Taking, unbelievable. I mean, how foolish and just, you'd have to be incompetent to be fooled by such an incompetent group.
As she's saying this, I'll just sort of pipe in and say, well, times are changing now, aren't they? With the decisions made in this room right now, so give us some time and see what happens.
Oh, yes, I can't wait for there to be real power. I mean, Born Grey, you've proven yourself pretty useful. How would you like to be Born Grey the Black?
I think that sounds very good.
If we could kill Resmir as well, you and I could take the black and white masks respectively. Be in a position of quite real power. That means that the two of us, all we need is one more person to agree with us in the votes, and we are in charge. We make the rules. Galvan's weak. We can convince Galvan of anything. Ronvain tends to just side with whatever Severin says, but if there's ever a disagreement and you and I think we should act in our own self-preservation, we'd only need one more vote. Not a bad idea, that. Born Grey the Black has a ring to it as well. I quite like it.
Might even have to change my name to Born Black.
Oh, I mean, you could. It's a bit on the nose, isn't it?
Well, the way I look at it is a bit of grey and black. It's just too much going on.
Sure. Look, it's not. You're really getting hung up on the wrong part of this discussion, Born Grey. I mean, you're focusing on really the wrong part. I mean, look at. Let's talk about Wessick the Wizened for a minute. I mean, if you call your son Wessick and he's a wrinkled old fuck, he's going to be called the Wizened. How he ended up on my chief of staff, I'll have no idea.
I'm having a joke. It's fine. Everything I've heard in this room today, very, 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 what's the word? Appealing.
Good.
I look forward to the future.
I'm absolutely. I think you and I together as the wielders of the black and white masks. It's real power, Born Grey. It's why we're here, isn't it? That's why I'm here.
So yeah, with that, Born Grey will get up.
She stands up with you and nods and holds out to shake your hand.
I shake her hand as well.
As you do, she brings in close and puts an arm around you, Born Grey, into almost a half hug, still holding your hand, and whispers into your ear. Think of what we could do together, Born Grey. You and I. We could rule this. We could be the ones making changes. And then she steps back as if never saying. Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry, no, go. No, please go.
Oh no, I'll let her say that, and I'll let that be. I don't need to add anything actually when I think about it.
She sort of looks into your eyes as she steps back, looking for any sign that you, just sort of looks deeply into your eyes for a few seconds.
Deeply.
And then steps back and goes, well, thank you all for coming. And, good luck. Obviously, if you can cut off a finger or an ear of that fucking dwarf, I would like to get it cast in gold or silver, maybe silver, given my current color scheme. Something in silver. I could wear it round my neck. That would be nice. Or maybe I could just chuck it in the toilet. I mean, that'd also be quite nice too. Sorry, this is things I need to think about. Please,
it's fine.
please, you better head off.
Alright. Well, these guys right here, I'm going to take them back to the castle. All their bags and such are there. We'll get prepared. I'll send in my other guy, who's going to be coming along.
Okay. Oh, right, you'll need a guide to the castle then, won't you? To Skyreach. If you're not coming back, correct?
I am not.
Right, well, I'll tell you what. Cushpia here? She looks over at the woman in the robes with the mask. Cushpia here can take you, can't you, Cushpia? Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Wonderful. Well, there we go then.
Alright.
You can meet them
We're gonna go
downstairs,
back
Cushpia.
We're going to go back to the castle through the portal, get our equipment. I'm going to have my other contact come and meet you here. And then they, all these merry crew here will take off.
Fantastic. I look forward to it. Remember, your passphrase is Tiamat, our mother and strength. Oh, and the banner. Right, yes. Give me 2 seconds. Sovik! And the other guard steps forward. Could you fetch... we're going to need some sort of markings to... Don't worry, look, if you can fetch one of the spare cloaks from downstairs, one cloak should do it, and you can give it to your man in charge, whoever it is, the Tabaxi. Just fetch one of the spare cloaks, please. Sorvik nods and walks off, and after a few minutes returns with a cloak with the 5-headed dragon star design and hands it to you, Talari.
Oh, wonderful. I take off the one that I'm wearing and put that on.
It's very warm. Feels lovely.
This is quite beautiful.
Fantastic. Well, off you go then.
Alright, until we see each other again.
Alrighty. Farewell. Good luck.
Alright, so with that, I guess I'm just going to walk out the room. I'll give her a nod with a bit of a smile crossing my face. And then I'll make my way back, hopefully with my compatriots, to the portal to go back to the castle and get our equipment.
I think we'll do a little bit of a map skip and time skip then. So
Yeah,
you
that's
basically, I'm guessing you walk back to the portal, and then what was your next move? So you're gonna walk back to the portal. Are you gonna then go through the portal, or are you literally just gonna stand there, wait a few minutes, and then come back?
No, I'm going to go through the portal for now, just in case she's looking down from the windows.
Okay.
So
As you
definitely
approach
need
the
to
portal,
backwards.
you speak the command word. Do you remember the command word?
See, now, I accidentally deleted my notes from the other night. I took it all down. That's why I
Drazier.
wanted to get those notes off. So, what's it called again?
Drazier.
Drazier, yeah.
Yep.
I wrote that down, but what I did was last session, I quit out the note, and it said, "Do you want to save or whatever?" I'm like, "Oh no, that's fine." Oh shit! And I wrote down like a paragraph or two for that journal.
You did want to save. Fantastic. Yeah, the portal opens back up. You step through. You find yourselves back again inside the cavern. The portal stays open for a few seconds and then begins to fade and close again. As you step into the cavern, Wiltix is standing there looking at you. Did you have fun?
There's a lot. Look, there's a lot of developments that have just popped up, so we have a lot to talk about.
Well, I was just waiting to see if the portal was like dangerous or not, and then none of you guys came back, so I assumed you'd died. So I was just sort of sitting here doing a funeral rite for you.
Well, if we'll be honest, we thought it was a time skip or something. Now look at Mira.
No, I mean,
Mira the one that.
yeah, Mira was the one who thought maybe he'd been deposited somewhere else.
No, I just thought you got discombobulated.
What does that mean?
Split into 1,000 pieces and spread amongst the stars.
Sailing
I mean,
around.
I am a star, that is true. But no, in this case, I was just basically waiting to see if this thing was dangerous or not. Thanks for checking that out for me, though, guys.
How long have we been gone?
30, 40 minutes.
Okay.
Alright. So, look, we have a very big decision to make. Do we go
boss,
along?
Boss, I think we should head back up to your chambers and
Yes.
then we can
should.
discuss the matters up there. And
Perhaps take a rest.
Perhaps take a rest. Yes.
Didn't you guys have a rest already?
We had a short rest, but not a long rest.
Oh,
I think we
okay.
can do a long rest if we're gonna. We'll talk about what we're gonna do because I have no idea what to do yet. Because that sounds like it's getting pretty deep with the order there, literally becoming one of them and like becoming part of their politics. Maybe it's a little bit above the mission objective.
Oh, I think we go back upstairs and we discuss it in private without the,
Yes,
the ears.
100%.
And, yeah. And then we can make our move.
So yeah, Owen, we're just gonna walk the way we came.
Yeah,
back to
I'll bring you guys
Andre's
back
office.
to. Yeah, absolutely. I can bring you guys back to Borngray's office in Castle Nearytar. There you go.
Alright. So we're just gonna have a chat.
Well,
Okay.
I'll make sure the door is closed.
So what are we doing here? Like,
I mean,
what was our mission was to find out where the hoard is kept and report it back.
I mean, the fact that we could effectively get into the top tier of the cult. I mean, what better way to find out what's going on and to dismantle it from the very top? This could be the opportunity we've been waiting for.
This is a very big decision.
Well, I mean, what's to say that all of us can't be voted in and then we just tear it down from the inside?
Or each of us get a mask. I mean, there is 5 of us.
Wait, are we suggesting that we take on 5 masks?
Well, I mean, not in uncertain terms, but if you want to bring down an evil cult and stop it bringing a god back to life, what better way to be the people making that decision?
We do have very good intel there. We know where the hoard is kept. We know the logistics of it passing through this castle and to that other sort of villa.
I think we have one last piece to find. We must find that next. Is it Stormhold? Skyreach. We must find Skyreach. I think that's the piece of the puzzle that we've that no one has seen.
yeah, that's the thing. No one knows where the castle is. It moves around.
It's a very
If we inform the Harpers, they may not be able to find it. We didn't even know where we were.
I mean, that's the thing. I think we need more information. We're getting.
Is this all happening, by the way? Actually, no, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just going to change into Rogar. But I'm not really ready to do that just yet.
I also have been thinking on that matter. I don't know how we're going to do this, but for us to get back down there, the people know about this Crimson character.
Oh, no, Rogar's completely made up. No one knows who he is. He doesn't exist.
I mean, how are we going to get down through there without anyone questioning him?
But we'll have the banner.
Not to mention, he's a red dragonborn. Dragon. He'll fit right in.
I'm just worried that no one in this castle's ever met this man, or dragonborn, as it were. And
No.
We're gonna.
I'm gonna walk through the castle, get to the portal, and just before I step into the portal, I'm going to change then.
Right.
The issue I have is, once I become Rogar, there will be no Born Grey to run the castle.
I mean, there is 2 thoughts about that. On one hand, that is not good. If they try to contact Borngray, he won't be here. But on the other hand, if Borngray is not here, will all his plans that we didn't want to happen in the first place, will they just not fall into disrepair?
Maybe there's a way around this. Maybe, as Borngray, you announce that you are heading out on an expedition. That a secret expedition. You're sending.
Announce this is not okay. Yes, I'm following.
That way, anyone who contacts the castle will know that everyone here will know you left on this secret mission.
Sounds good.
Rothgar goes through the portal, and then when you return, we'll deal with that when we fucking return. Like, really.
That's okay. I'll step out for a quick sec. I get one of the closest guards, Owen.
Yep.
I say to him, "Now look. I don't know the personnel well around here, so I'm just gonna just say to the guard."
Yeah, a female half elf steps forward. Definitely half dark elf, the sort of grey skin, steps forward and goes, "Yes, Bone Grey. How can I be of assistance to you? What do you need?"
Okay, look, I have to go and make a few. I have to go put some errands in order, and be stepping out of the castle for a little bit. Okay.
Okay. Who do you want to take over? Who will be in charge?
Tabaxi. No.
I don't really want any one of the lizard men or frogs overlooking the castle.
No. If I may, what about Azaba Joss, the Red Wizard of the Thay?
That guy.
I sort of sit there, and I'm sort of like stroking my chin and stuff like that, and just thinking. I'm like appearing deep in thought. Like, I look at him, I look at her square in the eye, and go, "That's a good idea. What's your name again there?"
Sophie.
I'll keep that in mind. As I give her a wink. Good ideas. I like to keep people who have good ideas around.
She sort of looks at you, sort of half smile, nods and goes, "Oh, good. Did you want to have your daily report as well, by the way? Or did you want me to take that to Azarba?"
Give it to me for now, but then from tomorrow onwards, any ongoing daily reports go to him.
Right, yes, of
He'll be,
course.
in my absence, he'll be managing the castle.
Yes,
While I duck out.
very well. Well, the Bullywugs have been having some sort of political insurrection. I'm not quite sure what is going on there. The lizard folk have killed another 3 of the Bullywugs. The Bullywugs still don't know where their people are
I'll just
going.
stop
The
at
lizard-
midway.
Yeah?
I'm very sorry. I have some very big things happening right now that are moving in place that are far bigger than some lizard men killing the frogs.
Right. Oh, I'll take this to Azaba then, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, at once. Thank you, sir. Sorry, sir.
No, you're fine. Thank you.
She shoots off and begins moving out the door.
Cool. I sort of duck back in. Okay, I think I've given us some time for Born Grey's absence. So, if you guys would like to go back through the tunnels into the portal, and we'll go through, and we'll go to the villa.
I think Wiltix would probably say at this point, why don't we take a rest? A long rest.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's a very good idea.
Should we do it here, or should we do it in the villa? Because I don't know how long we'll... Because we're only sort of getting our bags and such, I guess. So, like, how long do you think they would... Like, how long do you think it'd be polite to...
I mean, I'm more than happy to go there and have a rest before we head off.
Do you really want to stand on ceremony with this person? She doesn't seem very nice. Also, the longer we stay there, the more chance there is we'll be uncovered. People aren't questioning us here.
It's true.
We'll just tell her that we had some things to get sorted at the castle before we came back over.
I'm sure she won't mind. Be aware also, it sounds like she's not above using people as tools. I've come across these people many times before. I don't think that she plans Born Grey to come out of this looking very good.
So it's a shame.
It doesn't really matter too much because he's dead.
This is true, but I'm saying that, well, we could step more lightly and perhaps see what the other 5 opinions They sound like they could be played off each other.
Well, I think if you guys want to have a long rest there, that might be a really good point to wrap up for tonight. It's bang on 9:07. I was gonna say bang on 9, but it's not. 8:07 for me here in Bruce, so that's 9:07 for you guys. I think that is a good point to wrap up. Then we're just doing a shorter session tonight, guys. Again, just we're keeping it short for the sort of first couple of sessions, and we'll jump back into the normal length double episode, double session. But tonight we'll wrap up there.
We're not on night shifts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How fun's that? Out of game. Well done, guys. You have done a really, really good job. Let's put on some fun, funky music to reward you. You have done some really, really good work bypassing some stuff here. Really, really clever. I'm really, really impressed. Each of you gets an inspiration point for tonight's session. Absolutely, really well done. No, I'm really loving it. You guys, you're making this so much more interesting. You're turning this into a political intrigue module. My one complaint with the Tyranny of Dragons... No, that's not true. I have a number of complaints with the Tyranny of Dragons module. That's why I've homebrewed so much of it. One of my complaints is that it's incredibly railroady, and that there's very little guidance for a DM to do things creatively. There's very much like, if this happens, the players have to fight. Even if they do this, the players have to fight. And if this person's here, then they have to fight. I hate railroad. I hate railroad stuff. I work against it actively as much as I can. You guys have made my life really, really easy by actively working against where the plot is trying to push you, which is fantastic. It's given me so much good ammunition for doing really creative things. I love it.
We're going to talk. You want us to talk? I'm going to fight you.
No. This is great. I mean, the last 3 sessions, if you guys hadn't acted the way you had, would have resulted in just basically every session would start with me saying roll initiative and finish with me being like, all right, we'll pick up that fight next time. And it just would have been one endless combat as you go through the castle, and then you get to the hunting lodge, and then as you go through the hunting lodge, it just would have been endless combat. Literally every room you walk into. Seriously, let me read a passage of the module. As the adventurers walk into the room, Evard's Black Tentacles is cast. It's no oh, how would it know that you guys are not part of it? Yeah. So I've been working actively against that, and you guys have too, and I love it. So inspiration to all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone who's been joining us tonight. I see we've had a few people popping in and out of the live chat. If you're listening to the podcast, thank you so much. We have some exciting news I forgot to share before. One of our friends of the show, you guys might remember of Dyson DMs, which is a podcast that I've spruiked in the past. It's a really, really cool podcast that you guys should check out. I did a quick interview with them not too long ago that was really, really fun. They are actually starting up an actual new series of Dungeons and Dragons themselves, which I think you guys should check out. That's all I'm going to say for the moment, but watch this space is what I'm going to say. There's some cool stuff that they're doing soon, which I think you guys should check out. But yeah, thanks so much, everybody. That's everything from me. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I will see you all next Wednesday. Stay safe and have fun.